Hello, everyone. Welcome. I hope you've been enjoying the TDX sessions. The last 2 days, there's been a lot of exciting announcements, and we're really excited to bring with you all what's new and what's coming for Lightning Out. Today, we'll be sharing with you all how you can use Salesforce components and AI and external apps with Lightning Out. It looks like everyone's getting comfortable and seated, so let's get started. All right, before we begin, I'd like to remind you all that Salesforce is a publicly traded company and that you should make all your purchase decisions based on publicly, generally available features. And as we start, I'd like to take a moment to thank you, our customers and our developer community, for your love and support for the Lightning platform. Lightning Out is just one of many features that were highly requested by you all, and we are really excited to bring this to the stage today. My name is Alice Oh. I'm the Director of Product at Salesforce.
And I'm Damien Quintal, Principal Member of Technical Staff at Salesforce.
All right, for the next 15 or so minutes that I have with you all, we'll be going through an overview of Lightning Out, how it's being used today, how it works. We'll also highlight a couple of new features that we've been working on. And then we'll do a quick demo so you can see how it looks like in action when you start using it. Afterwards, we'll wrap with the roadmap ahead for the coming year, and then we'll have a time for question and responses to hear from you guys. All right, let's get started with Lightning Out. So you're likely here today in this session because you're using Lightning Out today. Or you've heard about Lightning Out, read about it on Stack Overflow, but you aren't exactly sure how it works or how you can use it with your Salesforce environment. Or maybe you've tried using Lightning Out some time ago, but haven't followed up since we announced it in beta some time ago. Or maybe you saw the session title, saw the words AI and external apps, and thought, hey, that's something that sounds interesting, and decided to stop by. Well, I'm glad you're here today. Lightning Out is a framework that allows you to embed Salesforce components in third-party, non-Salesforce environments and apps. It is pretty powerful because it allows you to load your already built Lightning components that you have on Salesforce and start loading them in your non-Salesforce apps and other tools. So it means that you can reuse some of the components that you have on Lightning and use them in other systems that you have and technologies that you're running at your company. Lightning Out is actually available to you today in beta, so after the session, you can definitely check it out and try out to see if this is something that might be interesting and something that you can use. And this beta product today gets over 1 million production views, and over thousands of customers are using this product to load their Salesforce components in external apps. In fact, we at Salesforce use Lightning Out as a foundational layer in a lot of different places. Embedded chat, where a chat widget that is embedded in a third-party website, the end user interacts with the service agent who is on Salesforce at the other end of the line, is powered by Lightning Out. Oh.
We have lost our slides.
Oh, dear. I will keep going. You saw the screens, so, oh, there we are. Thank you. So Salesforce Gmail and Salesforce Outlook uses Lightning Out in its foundation in order to surface your Lightning components in these email views. Salesforce Maps uses Lightning Out to surface the records that you can then attach and pin on a map. And this is powered by Lightning Out. So you might be wondering, all right, I understand that Lightning Out lets me load my Lightning components and external apps. Cool. And this product is in beta. I can use it and try it out today after the session. Awesome. But hasn't this product been in beta since spring 16? I don't know if I feel comfortable building my business-critical apps if this is going to be indefinitely on beta. And we hear you. Since announcing its beta 8 years ago, we realized that there are a lot of security factors and performance considerations that come with running our components in third-party apps. And so we've been doing a lot of explorations and different paths to make sure that we are buttoned up there, to make sure we're delivering the product that you can trust. And that is why we're here today. What's next for Lightning Out? Today, we are excited to bring Lightning Out, this much-loved feature, to general availability in winter 25. We've heard from so many of y'all through online communities and meetups that this is a feature that you really value. You want to embed your Lightning components in your external apps and in your other tools. The flexibility and the composability that it brings is something that is of value for you all. And we are committed to deliver Lightning Out as this way to build flexible and composable experiences with Salesforce. We understand that in the modern day, no customer builds their technology with just one single stack. And so Lightning Out is a way for you to leverage Salesforce across all of your technologies, including Salesforce components and features, as well as some of the cool AI technologies that you've been seeing these last 2 days. And I'll hand it over to Damien.
What are some of the new features coming for Lightning Out? One lot of the new features come around security, improved encapsulation, and isolation. Simply put, the way we're achieving this is that Lightning Out will now be served within an iframe. In addition, this iframe will be nested within the Shadow DOM, within its own Shadow root node. This will provide additional encapsulation. But in order for customers to communicate across this boundary, we will also be building a brand new API to allow customers to communicate from their host document into their Lightning Out application and vice versa. In addition, we'll also be looking at improving performance. Some of the things we're looking at leveraging, loading our libraries via CDN, looking at asynchronous loading, where we can achieve that. And just a general overview of some of our Lightning Out libraries to better utilize more modern technologies. Finally, we'll also be introducing a new styling mechanism. And this one's a really exciting one for me. But simply put, what it will allow customers to do is to apply custom branding and custom styling to their Lightning Out application so it looks like it belongs in the host document. So, a little more about Lightning Out within an iframe. We came to this decision because we truly believe that security is the most important thing when it comes to hosting customers' Lightning Out applications in third-party websites. Doing so within an iframe was the most secure solution we believe was available to us. So, as I said again, the reason why we chose to use an iframe is because an iframe provides a hard boundary between your application and your host document. Why is this important? It's important because otherwise it would be possible for your objects and your data in your host document to be inadvertently impacted by your application coming in via Lightning Out. An iframe helps prevent that from happening. On the styling and interacting with Lightning Out, again, I'm going to repeat, this is by far and away my favorite thing. Not just because I think it's cool, but it's also been fun to work on. What you will be able to do is you will be able to, during the setup and call to your Lightning Out application, you will be able to pass in a CSS URL, and we will do the rest. We will fetch that content. We will drop the content into the head of the iframe, and that way you will be able to style your Lightning Out application so it looks like it's part of the host document. Why would you want to do this over just styling the application directly in Salesforce? Well, let's say you want to host your Lightning Out application across multiple sites. Let's say you're hosting a form for a booking site, and you want to expand it across multiple booking sites. You don't need to create multiple instances of the near identical application. Instead, what you do, you create it once, and just apply different stylings based on the host application that you're in. Super easy, and I'll be showing you how we are going to achieve that in the demo. And final word on the communication and API. The API is going to be coming post-Spring 25. We are actively working on it, but it is going to be something that will allow greater communication between the host document and the iframe, and it is something that we are truly looking forward to completing and handing out to our customers for use. Why is this communication layer important? Well, one of the reasons is it will allow you to communicate with your Lightning Out hosted Einstein applications. Let's set the example here. Let's say you are using Lightning Out to embed your Einstein application. You can use the results of prompts to interact with the host document. You may want to change the host document, edit it, based on the results of your Einstein application. Further, you may want to feed the Einstein application and affect data in your Salesforce org based on things that are happening within your host document. All of that will be possible with Lightning Out and the new communication layer that we are currently building and will be implementing into GA and beyond. Okay, so let's have a bit of fun with a demo. So we've spoken already about in setting up Lightning Out within your own third-party app. But the first thing you need to do that is you need an application. That's what we have here. We have a very, very simple Aura application. And we know it's an Aura application based on the URL. So .app, it is an Aura app. This application is a super simple one. So 3 fields, you fill it in, you click submit, and the goal is that it will create a new contact for us. So we'll give this a quick run. And just because we're going to go as quickly as possible, when we hit submit, and then if we come and check our contact list and hit refresh, there we are. So our user has been created. Now, we know the form works, but doesn't look the best. It's certainly not the sort of thing that we would like to put on our own website. Now, if we come over here to our mock website, so we have a mock interior design website here, and if we scroll all the way to the bottom, we see a contact creation form. This is indeed the same form that we just used. Now, if I inspect that, and we'll just drag this up just a little bit, we will see we have an iframe, and we will see that the source of the iframe is the same application that we just looked at. If we flick across, it is indeed the same application. Okay, so what we have done there, we are currently embedding a Salesforce application in a third-party website. This is not a Salesforce site. This is running on my local machine right now. Now, you'll also notice that obviously the form is completely styled. How did we achieve this? If I scroll all the way down to the bottom here, where are we? There we go. So we'll see there that all we are doing is we are loading the Lightning Out application simply by calling $lightning.load and passing in additional parameters called brand. Now, one thing that was important to us when designing and when considering how we get Lightning Out to GA was we wanted to make sure that we were not going to alienate our existing customers. We wanted to make sure that existing customers were going to be given an API that they were familiar with. Okay, now, while the general structure of this API, it will absolutely remain, I just want to add a caveat here. The key name brand, that is not solid yet. That may change come GA, but the general structure of this API will not. We will still require a name of the Lightning application, where to drop it into the page, so on and so forth. But the important thing here is this. All we are asking you to provide is a URL to the CSS file. As long as you can reach that CSS file, we can too, and we will call it, we will pull down the content, we will sanitize it, we will encrypt it, and then we will pass that over to the Lightning Out application to embed. Okay, and this CSS file, as an example, what I have here, I've just called it here in a new tab. If we scroll, that is the content of the CSS. If we come back here to our Lightning Out application, and if we scroll all the way up to the head, we can see here that that same CSS content has indeed been applied and is available. That's how we get the styling in. Now, just going to close that. Now, we've loaded the iframe, we've loaded our app, and it looks really good. Fantastic. But does it work? Absolutely. So for this example, if we just go and we keep it simple once again, and then when we hit submit, two things happen. First of all, we have created a new contact. But second, and the most important thing, is we have a toast message. I want to zoom into that for a second because you will notice that that toast message is not part of the iframe. That is not our app. That is in the host document. What we have done there is we have triggered an event coming from our Lightning Out application. It has gone beyond the boundary of the iframe. It has gone into the host document and been detected. This is an example of the messaging system that we will be developing and releasing to customers moving forward. And finally, just to prove that this is not all demo tricks, it did actually create, there we go, CC is in there. So everyone, they are just a few features that are coming for Lightning Out, and it's just a reflection of just some of the things that we're really, really excited about developing and releasing to customers such as yourself too.
Thanks for that awesome demo, Damien.
Cool.
All right.
Just pause that. Whoops.
Oop.
Sorry.
Quick preview. All right, thank you so much for that demo again. It's always really exciting to see some of the features that we're working on and just have that opportunity to showcase that to you guys. So you can take a peek and give us some feedback as well as input, as well as talk to us after this as well. So we'd love to talk with you all. But yeah, our vision to our desire to bring Lightning Out to general availability is just the first step into bringing flexible and composable experiences for you all. And because we understand all the customers don't build with just one tech stack, we want to make sure that we are delivering what you need to bring the Lightning features and some of the cool things that you've seen here at TDX into your other platforms and use it across Salesforce and your other tools and systems that you might already have. Our vision is for Lightning Out to power all Salesforce experiences outside of Salesforce apps so that you can seamlessly go from one platform to the other while all of the things centralize to Salesforce and as you build those Lightning components in Salesforce and bring it outwards. Lastly, I'll end with the roadmap slide. Some of the features on here for Lightning Out general availability in winter 25 that Damien walked us through are on there. We also started to already hear from you all, hey, are you going to have an LWC-only way to embed Salesforce outside of Salesforce in external apps? And we're on it. Lightning Out 2.0 will be a solution that we bring to you all based on Lightning Web Runtime, and it will render highly performant LWCs in external sites and non-Salesforce applications so that you can render your LWCs in a performant and scalable way in your external apps. And we're hoping to bring the good news to you all in next year's TDX. All right, if any of the things that we share with you all today sounds interesting or this is something that you all want to leverage, please reach out. On the screen, you see the QR code to submit your information, a quick survey and a form to let us know you're interested, what you're doing to build with Salesforce, and we will definitely reach out and be in touch. I also have the URL up there, sfdc.co/tdx-lightning-out. All right, and that is a wrap. Thank you all so much for coming to hear about the exciting roadmap for Lightning Out. And we look forward to engaging with you all and continuing this conversation at the booth and also through the online communities. All right. Oh, hello? Yes. There is a Starbucks gift card for people who fill out the form for the session. So please do that. You can do so from your mobile app. And your feedback and input is really valuable in us keeping the session at TDX. So please take a moment to give us your feedback about the session, as well as a chance to win a $5 Starbucks gift card. But yeah, I know we have a couple minutes left, and so if you all have any questions that we can address or talk to you about, we're here. I know we're kind of the last session, so please feel free to come to us, talk to Damien and I. We'll be around. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming.